Welcome to this week's collective reading. Now, right off the bat, I noticed that this feels like a follow-on from my last midweek collective reading that was posted on my Instagram. So if you haven't seen that one, I would highly recommend watching it. My account on Instagram is also Nath's Garden, and I will try to remember to link that reading below as well. But to start off, we have the key to your freedom, and it reads, healed inner child, create inner safety, and self-kindness. And we have this beautiful depiction of Mother Mary with the Christ child, and he is holding a key over her heart space. And last week, I brought up how we have the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe on Tuesday, and we have St. Lucy's Day on Wednesday, as well as it being the new moon on Tuesday, right? So both Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Lucy are carrying this strong Mother Mary energy. And normally, I would never encourage people to dig up their shadows, right? Because rather it is preferable to let them come up organically and work with them when appropriate. But this is the time of year when it's appropriate, right? We are in the last stretch of the darkest part of the year before we reach the solstice, right? And the light starts to grow again. And we are in the darkness of the new moon, right? So with the storm and flow here, I really understand this as being encouraged and guided towards allowing ourselves to dive deep within, right? And feel the emotions that we might normally block ourselves from, right? This is the time to allow yourself to process these emotions that you've hidden away and to purge, because this is a time of deep cleansing, right? It says on the storm card, it's okay to feel it all, cleanse, collapse of the old, and realignment. So this is an energy that will support huge energetic shifts within yourself if you can be brave enough at this time to sit through them, right? And sitting through this storm energy is the key to our freedom. This is what will open us up to aligning with this energy of flow. And flow is this balanced energy where you can release control, but still retain your sovereignty, right? Because flow is not chaos. Flow is being in sync with the energies that surround you. And this is an alignment, right? That was received from sitting through this storm. That's why this card has realignment as a message on it, right? Flow is balance because our life is not meant to be stagnant, right? So balance in this sense is not meant to be something that never moves. This is not a frozen balance. This is a balance that is not afraid to bend and sway as needed, right? Because the rooting is so strong that it will not topple over. That is flow, right? But I bring up this visual of firm rooting and the tree as we have this card of the tree vessel, but it is reversed, right? And this deck in particular does have specific meanings for its reversals. So in its upright position, this tree vessel card is summed up as receptivity. And reversed, it talks on being closed-minded and how this resistant energy is the only thing that currently is preventing you from receiving information. And it says that if you can open your heart, mind, and soul and lean into this receptivity, that powerful truths will reveal themselves. So what I am understanding with this, right, is that with this storm energy, what you are holding back is actually something you may be quite stubborn about, right? It may be something that others have been pointing out to you for a while now and you are refusing to believe. And this is about flipping the switch, right? We have an electric energy here. So this is flipping the switch and allowing yourself to sit through this other perspective. Open your mind to it, right? Because this closed-mindedness is not the energy of flow. And in that energy, the storm, right, it will snap the tree. Because often after a storm, you may find trees unearthed, or they might be split right in half, right? So there is this warning that you are fighting the flow right now. So take the time to sit with and consider these other viewpoints or messages that you currently feel so closed off to, right? And the Queen of Spring is the Queen of Fire or Wands in this deck, right? And the Queen of Wands signifies inner strength and the courage to face life. She says to believe in yourself, right? That wonderful people want to help you and to maintain a balance between work and home life, right? With it saying that wonderful people want to help you, I really go back to this closed-mindedness from this reversed tree vessel card, right? Where you may be resisting others' advice, viewpoints, or their attempts to help. And it is important to think for ourselves and stay in alignment with our truth, right? Yet that is important. But it's also important to not completely block out other people's perspectives, right? We should at least consider them to let ourselves sit with it, right? Even if it brings up this storm within you, right? But to know your truth does require not being afraid of the opposite truths, right? Because if you were strong in your beliefs, you wouldn't be afraid to consider others. Just the resistance to take something on shows that there is a part of you that feels it could be true, right? And if you want healing to reach the depths of you, something needs to be stirred up at this time to allow space for the healing to work its way down, right? And believe in yourself. It says believe in yourself because you can weather this storm, right? You will be supported in this healing, right? With this divine Mother Mary energy. And on this other side is your freedom, right? This is the energy of flow. And the Queen of Spring creates and does, right? She carries a fire energy in her doing, but she's balanced, right? And her balance is because the suit of Queens is the water in tarot, right? And the wands or the spring is the fire. So the Queen of Spring is the watery part of fire. Her fires aren't overtaking her because she is in the flow as well. This queen has control, right? So you really get the spinning energy, right, of the Merkaba in this Queen of Spring card. It's like she's the fire that dances on water, She's doing and creating and making things happen, but she can bend and flow at a moment's notice. And this energy is right on the other side of this storm. So don't be afraid of the storm. Embrace it. Let the rain pour down over you and bring the deep cleansing that is needed at this time, right? It will bring you to your freedom. And that is this week's message. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys can find it helpful. I wish you all the best in dealing with and weathering through this storm energy. I know it is a hard one to approach sometimes, but it will be so worth it. So go ahead and sit with your feelings and your emotions in the next few days and allow this purging to take place within you so that on the other side, you can be free. All right? Bye, guys.